like a boss.
What's up, ladies? This is Alex from mindfulattraction.org, and today I'm going to be making a dark video, and it's how to brainwash your crush and make them worship you forever. This is one of those videos that I got to put a warning, and I know motherfuckers not going to care if I put a warning because everyone's going to comment and going to be like, how dare you teach this? You're fucked up. Well, guess what? Warning, motherfuckers, all right? This is not how to make a person love you in a healthy way. This is not about how to make healthy relationships. This is not about how to have a beautiful. This is about how to manipulate someone, brainwash the shit out of them, right? And so that they can worship you. So take this as entertainment purposes. It's just entertainment. But mind you, be very, very careful with this because this really does work. The first key to making this work is that you have to remain detached. In order for you to maintain power over your victim per se, because it's a victim, because you're trying to brainwash them, you have to remain emotionally detached. That's the first step. Pick the right victim. Make sure that the guy that you're trying to brainwash has low self-esteem and has few friends. The more of an outsider he is, the better, right? Because you want him to feel like he's an outsider. You want him to feel because those kind of people are trying to look for that consistency. You see? So make sure you pick the right guy. Don't pick a guy that has other options. Because what's going to happen is that when you apply these tactics and the guy has other options, he's not going to be detached. He's not going to be attached because he has other options. The fewer options someone has, the more attached they are to you. So make sure to pick the right victim. Second thing, isolate your victim. You want to make sure you isolate them, right? It's important for the guy to be isolated. His friends and family will be there in an attempt to break the spell. Isolation doesn't mean just physical isolation, but mental isolation where they don't get their influence, right? So that's why it's much better to find someone who has low self-esteem because most likely he has fucked up family. It's much better to find someone with a darker past because he's more isolated from his family, from his source of groundedness. You want him to have those conflicts so that when shit goes wrong, he doesn't turn to them, he turns to you. Oh, right? It's already getting a little fucked up here, man. I don't like this. So it's important to do that, right? The more you isolate him through going on vacation or outright putting him against his family so that it creates a me versus them mentality, it'll make him grow closer to you. Because when shit goes wrong in someone's life, when someone has low self-esteem, shit is always going wrong. You see, it's a form of self-sabotage. So what you want to do is that you want to put him in a position where he cannot depend on his family, but on you. Make sure that you let the guy know you see other people by just insinuating him. You don't have to let him know, by the way, I fuck other people. No, because that's going to put him in a sexually competitive state. He's going to know there's other men in your life, and that's going to make him work for you. So have pre-selection, have other guys wanting you. This will make him chase harder, all right? And also this will make him even more insecure, which will make it easier for you to brainwash him, all right? Okay, so the next thing is that right after that, so right, you have pre-selection. The pre-selection makes him realize that he's not the only guy, but then you want to do this, right? You want to show attention, show vulnerability. That's the next step. Be vulnerable. What I mean by vulnerable, text him a lot. Be very attracted to him. Make him feel like, why the fuck is she talking to me? Be very attracted. Send him a lot of text messages. Send him a lot of ha-has, LOLs. Like, make sure you really are there for him. Because this is about creating a codependency. Yeah, it's fucked up, right? So make sure you really show a lot of interest. It boosts his ego, especially with guys with low self-esteem. That boosts their ego, right? And after that, this is where the pain begins. Give him the fear of losing you, right? So, oh, by the way, the pre-selection. This also works with going to jiu-jitsu classes, going to yoga classes, talking about your teachers, your yoga teachers, your yoga instructors, your jiu-jitsu instructor, saying how awesome they are as a teacher, how hot they are, right? You want to do that. You want to talk about that because you're not going to say how hot he is, but you're just going to talk about how much you admire them. Someone who's insecure is always going to compare themselves to them. Next step, give him the fear of losing you. Anything that you do with the underlying fear of losing you, it'll have more power. So let's say that he doesn't fear losing you and suddenly you stop texting him for one day. What's going to happen? Not that much, right? But let's say he fears losing you and then you stop texting him for one day. What's going to happen? Insecurity. And that's the key. Is that when somebody fears losing you, they will react to you. When somebody doesn't fear losing you, they will not react to you. You see, so an absence from someone you know loves you is different than an absence from someone who you don't know likes you. So that's what you do. So you give him the fear of losing you through letting him know, through letting him talking about a story of a guy that you got over instantly because he fucked up. For example, like this, women have communicated through the best way that a woman ever communicated that she's willing to dump me at any second is this: one, through me telling her you can't stay over and she being okay with it, instantly being okay with it, her not reacting. So her being unreactive to me, that's one way of her showing me that she doesn't mind, right? For example, if I don't text her for a long time, she doesn't even mind that I don't text her. That's one way. Another way is to her letting me know over a story of her dumping the guy. So she was like, yeah, like one time, man, I like this one dude and he just stopped texting me a lot and I just stopped liking him for some reason. I don't know why. And he really begged me to go back on him. I just didn't want to go back to him. Anyways, and change the topic. That immediately told me, I'm not fucking with this bitch. You see what I'm saying? Letting somebody know that you lose interest instantly without knowing it makes them fear losing you. All right? So that's one step. That's the first thing when it comes to pain. Make sure they have the fear of losing you. You see? Once you feel that you have them, once you show interest, once he feels like you love her, you love him, once you communicate that you have other guys in your life, and also once he fears losing you, that's when you begin showing this interest. Stop texting him often. That's like, you gotta make sure you have the pattern of showing the interest, and then stop it all. You don't have to stop it all completely, but just stop putting LOLs, ha-has. Say you're gonna call him back and don't call him back. He'll call you, say I'm gonna call you back and then don't call him back. Those little things are things that as soon as we see, we start fearing, are they losing interest? And then you break up with them. Now, I want you to, if you could, make sure to break up with them during the holidays. They feel the pain more. Now, why do you want to do this? Because they're gonna experience that one thing they feared, right? And now what you want to do now is that now he feels like he lost you. Mind you, he's a guy that is isolated. He has no friends. He really depends on you. He thought he had you, and now you broke up with him. In his mind, he thinks you fucked some other dude, and that hurts even more. And that's where the thing comes. Let him chase you. You see, put him in the friend zone. You see, so you be like, okay, look, we could be friends. We could be friends. I don't know, but we could be friends. Jesus Christ, this is so fucked up. But when you put him in the friend zone while loving you, my God, that's so wrong. Holy shit. But that does get a guy obsessed with you. Be friends with him. Let his love for you burn inside of him. And now you have the power. Talk about how you can only be friends with him. You see, like, let him know, look, man, if you can't be friends with me, then we can't talk no more. This will make him say, sure, let's be friends. Even though he doesn't want that. We know exactly, women do that too. You know what I'm talking about? And so, talk about seeing other guys. And in his mind, he's going to be fucking dying. And then, go back to him. Say, look, you know what? I made a mistake. He loves you already. He's burning for you. And now when you come back to him, now he's not going to want to lose you. Now you got this guy hooked. Now you got him hooked. You got to be careful with this. This is not fun. This is no games. This is fucked up. This will really mess with a guy. I don't recommend this. And if you do this, I don't know. I personally, if you do this to people, I gotta think about you differently, because it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you manipulate someone. That's how you do it. Just make sure you remain detached, because if you don't remain detached, then it's gonna get complicated and it's not gonna work. Anyways, this is Alex from mindforattraction.org. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces. One is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation. without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.